Welcome aboard, everybody. I'm American Dan, and this is Wings and Rex. Alright, our flight plan today is pretty simple. We're going to depart Fort Lauderdale direct to Shank. From Shank, we're going to get on Tech Route 200 all the way down to Smyrna Beach. From Smyrna Beach, we'll go direct Daytona Beach International. Alright, we're going to do this IFR because it is a busy airport, and we're going to 2 international airports in a GA aircraft. Just makes it a little bit easier. We've got plenty of fuel on board. Engines are started. Alright, 128.4. Let's go ahead and get some clearance. Fort Lauderdale clearance, November 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, looking to pick up IFR to Daytona.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Fort Lauderdale clearance cleared to Daytona Beach. Radar vector Shank. Then as filed. Climb and maintain 8,000. Departure on 118.1 squawk 6374.
Bonanza 7 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey is cleared to Fort Lauderdale, or cleared to Daytona Beach. Radar vector Shank. Then as filed. Climb and maintain 8,000. Departure on 118.1 squawk 6374 for Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey.
Bonanza Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, read back correct.
Alright, I think we're ready to taxi. Fort Lauderdale ground, Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, ready to taxi with the Addis. We're given 10 left, so I'm thinking we're just probably going to go straight ahead down
Bonanza
Alpha
4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Fort Lauderdale ground. Taxi to runway 10 left via Alpha Alpha 4, cross runway 10 left, then Bravo 6 Bravo.
Alpha Alpha 4 Bravo 6, then Bravo 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey. Tower Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, holding short, runway 10 left, ready to go.
Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Fort Lauderdale Tower, runway 10 left, winds 120 at 16, gusting 21. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading cleared for takeoff, 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey. Hopefully we can get in behind before some live traffic smashes us on the runway. 50 knots. There's 70. A little bit of back pressure. Gears coming up. Too short, can't see out the window.
Bonanza Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, contact departure.
Over to departure for 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey. Departure Beechcraft Bonanza November 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, climbing through 1,200 for 8,000. 10 heading.
Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Miami departure, radar contact. Turn left heading 315, vectors to Shank, then no navigation.
315, vectors to Shank, then on navigation for 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey. Alright, our VY is like 100 knots, so I'm trying to get it there. I've got no autopilot on right now, we're doing this all by hand. For now. 6,000, 2,000 to go. little off course here. Once you lose that horizon line going through the cloud, it's easy to just get a little off course. There's our 1,000-foot warning. We're at 7,000 feet. At 8,000 feet, we are direct shank. We've got her on autopilot now. That way the passengers don't get sick from my shaky flying. We're at 19.5 inches of manifold pressure, 2,310 RPM. Fuel is good. Fuel flow's good. All the oil temperatures are good. The turbo temperatures are good. Cylinder head temperatures are good. Making our turn. We're going to take some fuel out of the left tip tank just to balance it out with the right. That's about good. Alright, so we're in economy cruise now. Our fuel flow is about 14.1 gallons per hour. We're getting 155 knots over the ground. And 126 indicated. Our estimated time en route is 1 hour and 4 minutes.
Bonanza Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, contact Palm Beach departure on 132.15.
132.15 for 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey. Palm Beach departure, Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, level 8,000.
Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Miami Center, good afternoon, Lake Worth altimeter 30.13.
3013, okay. Beautiful scenery.
LNAT, Miami Center, roger.
Orbix did a good job with the True Earth Florida. Uh-oh.
Diamond Alpha Echo Tango, descend and maintain 3000, expect priority handling to Palm Beach International.
For once, I'm not running low on fuel. I made sure I had way more than enough. So the Bonanza that we're in is the I think it's PAE Designs. And it's got the Garmin G1000 in it. I like Garmin, but I prefer the 750, 650 or dual 750 combo over the G1000 just because it seems turning all the dials, the big knob, the little knob, and all that, it can get annoying. I mean, once you're used to it, you know how to do it, it's not too bad. And especially if you have the hardware to do it and you're not using the mouse, it's a little bit easier, but I personally prefer the GTN. It'd be nice to be able to mod your panel and maybe put a GTN in here. You could use the GTN as a standalone on a separate screen, but then sometimes it doesn't translate over right to the G1000 and all your stuff looks weird. And so I just use whatever's in the airplane. Okay, so we're just about to Wixt, and then we're going to take a slight turn to the left here, and we'll follow the coastline out in front of us. Hope you guys are enjoying the flight and enjoying the views. I'm trying a couple of different outside views here in this video, a couple of different inside views. Let me know in the comments what you guys prefer. Leave a comment below and let me know what kind of views you guys like. If you want to see something different, let me know and I'll try it in the next video.
119.825. Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Miami Center. Contact Palm Beach, departure on 123.625.
132625 for Whiskey Alpha Whiskey. Palm Beach Center, November Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, November 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey with you 8000. I can't talk today.
Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Palm Beach departure. Good afternoon, Sebastian. Altimeter 30.12.
3012. Alright, according to SimBrief, when we filed the flight plan this morning, we are expected to land on Daytona's runway 16. So if we take a look at the approaches that are
Bonanza
available.
4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Palm Beach departure. Expect the ILS runway 7 left approach into Daytona Beach. Anticipate descent in about 15 minutes. Reach out if you want an early start.
Alright, well, never mind about any of that. Looks like we're getting the ILS 7 left. We'll expect the ILS 7 left for Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey. Thank you. Alright, so let's take a look at the chart for ILS 7 left. Alright, ILS or localizer runway 7 left for Daytona Beach International. Our frequency is going to be 109.7. So
Bonanza
we'll go
Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, contact Orlando departure on 132.65.
13265 for Whiskey Alpha Whiskey. Palm Beach departure, November Whiskey Alpha Whiskey with you 4000, or with you 8000. I can't talk on the radio today.
Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Orlando departure. Good afternoon, Malabar altimeter 30.10.
3010. Alright, so ILS for runway 7 left at Daytona Beach, ILS frequency 109.7. I'm going to put that in right now, 109.7. Alright, 132.875 is the ATIS frequency. I'm going to put that in column 2. And then we're going to put that in column 2, and over on the audio panel we should be able to monitor column 1 and column 2.
ITY Daytona Beach International Airport. Information Foxtrot 1953 Zulu. Wind 350 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, scattered at 4,000 feet. Broken at 5,000 feet. Broken at 6,000 feet. Temperature 26. Dew point 19er. Altimeter.
Alright, we've got the ATIS at WAMAL is 1,900.070, descending to 1,600 for Tigay, and then you'll stay at 1,600 until the initial approach fix Bolig to intercept the ILS. Alright, we need to program this ILS into the nav system here before we start our descent. We'll pop that out, make it a little easier to see. Alright, and because we're going to want Myra, because that's what's on our flight plan. And then we'll load. Daytona approach, November Whiskey Alpha Whiskey with you, 1,600 feet, ILS runway 07.
Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Daytona departure. Good evening, Daytona Beach, altimeter 30.09er.
So we just passed our transition of Smyrna. So we are now on the approach for runway 7. We've descended down to 1,600 feet. Still keeping the speed up a little bit because we're a couple miles out here. Alright, we're just about to make the turn on to the ILS here. We should probably be transferred to Tower shortly. And Daytona Tower is on 120.7. We've got traffic below us and traffic above us.
Bonanza Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, contact Daytona Tower on 120.7.
Over to Tower 120.7, Bonanza Whiskey Alpha Whiskey. Tower Bonanza November 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey on the ILS runway 7 established.
Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Daytona Beach International Airport Tower, winds 185 at 8, runway 7, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 7, Bonanza Whiskey Alpha Whiskey. This thing is so squirrely on the ground. But that was a pretty good landing, even if you count the bounce. I'll take both of them. Alright. Ground Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey just off runway 07, ready for taxi to the FBO.
Bonanza 4 Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, Daytona Beach International Airport ground, taxi to parking via Papa 5, cross runway 07 left, then November 5, November, Charlie 3. Have a good day.
I should have went off the runway on the other side. Poor preparation on my part. Taxi to parking via Papa 5, cross runway 07 left, then at November 5, November, Charlie 3. Alright, well, here we are in the FBO parking at Daytona Beach. I hope everybody enjoyed that flight. If you did, please remember to leave a comment below. Remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you'll know when the next video comes out. If you want to try out Say Intentions for yourself, there is a link in the description below. Anybody that uses that link gets a free 24-hour trial. After that, if you decide to keep it, it does help the channel. I appreciate everyone that has done that and continues to use it. You guys are helping the channel grow. Until next time, see you later.